Well, from being crowned Miss America in 2003 to being elected as the first female African-American Republican in Congress, it's something Erika Harold hopes to achieve this November, and that's why she is part of our Rising Star series. Joining us now, Erika Harold herself. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
So, Erika, take us back. Just let us connect the dots a bit. So, from Miss America, you then went to Harvard, and it was there, oddly enough, that you found your own Republican roots. True?
When I was a student at the University of Illinois, that's when I knew I was a conservative. And then when I was at Harvard Law School, I had the good fortune of studying constitutional law and really developed an appreciation for our country's constitutional framework.
So how are you now, going to get around in your mind the Chicago style of politics there? And I know you're outside of that, but certainly there is a perception to be avoided, some would say.
It's so true. One of the things that's helpful is that I come from outside of the political establishment, so I would be able to go to Washington, D.C. with a sense of independence and be able to challenge and speak to power when necessary. And speaking to people throughout the district, people are really tired of politics as usual, and I think that we can do a lot better.
Erika, let me ask you something. As a woman and as a Republican, is there pressure for you to sort of take to the other side of the political aisle?
I know that when people look at me, they usually assume that I'm a Democrat. But when I talk about my values and standing firm on the Constitution, I explain that those are really the values that can really empower women, especially economically.
But we're not hearing that, right? So we hear a lot about how Republicans are anti-woman, the attack on women. Tell us what people are missing out there about the Republican Party and their message for women, for minorities in this country.
Well, so often we hear about the supposed war on women, but when you look at the party's fundamental principles, empowering the individual, limiting government, limiting taxation, those are principles that really empower women. Young women are some of the fastest growing business owners. And if you're a small business owner, being able to have less regulation and greater autonomy in terms of running your own business, that's economically empowering. And during the course of my candidacy, I'm reaching out to women and minorities and young people in particular because I want them to know how those principles can really empower their lives.
Erika, what's your response lately? CBO report came out, 2.5 million jobs set to be lost in the middle class as a result of Obamacare. We have a situation here where we're now hearing from Democrats that not having a job is a good thing. Where do you fit in?
We have to do things to create more jobs, especially for young people who are about to graduate from college. And I'm working really hard with some of the colleges within the district in which I hope to represent to see what they can do in terms of job training. Because when you look at ways of increasing people's economic independence, being able to make sure that they have a great job once they graduate puts them on the right path to create prosperity.
Erika, are you prepared? The road for a female Republican running has not proven to be an easy one. What's your game plan?
I know that it will be very challenging, but I faced a lot of challenges during the course of my life, and I'm very prepared to take on this challenge. I think that we need new ideas and fresh vision in politics, and we need people who can stand firm on constitutional principles while bringing those principles to people who may not currently consider themselves Republicans. And I think that if we can do that, that puts us on a better path to be able to take a departure from politics as usual.
Erika Holder, we thank you for being with us this morning. So great to get to know you better. We'll be on the lookout.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Our best.